made a video in a while. I'm watching Mike dilly-dally around here trying to get my truck up the hill. We've got the Ranger up here on this job. We started cutting yesterday. Oh, Mikey. That's why we can't have nice things right there. Anyway, we started cutting up here yesterday on this job here at Farley, Missouri. It's a little job of walnut and some oak we've had on the books for about a month and a half. First chance we've kind of got over to cut. And the reason why I'm making any videos, we've had nothing but bad weather here the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of rain. We're kind of up here in between rains right now. Today will probably be the only nice day we get this week by the way the weather forecast is looking. We worked just a little bit yesterday. The wind was so bad yesterday, we didn't work all day. It's of course, Mikey's been running the skidder. He didn't get everything out we got cut, but the wind, when we were cutting yesterday, it was just, these trees are so tall here on the side of this hill. It just gets to whipping the top of them so bad. Man, it gets pretty dangerous. I try not to cut too much in the wind like that when I don't have to. So today, hopefully the wind will stay down. We can have a good day of cutting. We can try to make a dent in these things. There's several trees here to cut. They just kind of, this hill's a little steeper than she looks, which is why we've got the Ranger up here to kind of throw the saws in back and save us some walking. It's fairly open for the most part. But like I said, in these little draws and thickets like that, there's some pretty good trees in them, then scattered out through here, and it runs quite a ways back over here, probably half a mile. It's just a narrow strip. And then the place actually goes down the Platte River, but the Platte River is literally running bank full right now. With heavy rains expected tonight and tomorrow, that field's just so saturated right now. I don't think we'll be able to get any of the pallet stuff cut on this trip. Hopefully it'll dry out. We can get in there, sometime in the near future, because we've got a few other jobs kind of going up in here right now, and we've got some to look at on the neighbors as well. So, not bad trees. Not the greatest, or just some lumber right here. What you see is out. A few of them have cut bad. I'm not for sure what Mike's got going on here with this decking. He's got them just piled up. See the grade we're on? You can see here, this one had a lightning scar, and I went ahead and took it down anyway. Propped the butt off about 4 foot of that, get it to clear up. And this is one Kenny cut here. It cut a little bad as well, but got a good color to them, dark wood. We've got some others. I cut one really good one yesterday, kind of up in that mess, so we'll wait till it comes out to the deck today. Then, like the job over at Independence a few weeks ago, we've got a terrible place for a landing. This whole job's pretty much just an incline or decline, depending on how you're looking at it. So we're going to try to bring all the logs in here. We'll buck them, then try to just stack them right there and back the truck right through those gates to load. So that's the plan as of now. I got the $299 up here. Actually, I did sell the $289 over the weekend. I'd been trying to sell it for a while. I had 511 hours on it. The warranty was up. It was time to let it go down the road. And a gentleman from northern Missouri come down and bought it. Said it's just what they've been looking for, and hope they have good luck with it. It sure did everything we ever needed it to do. So the $299 is the only one we got left right now, which I bet we hadn't put 5 hours on that 89 for the last 3 or 4 months. So one cat left. Well, let's get ready to start the day. Now we got Mikey backing down to grab this one here. Got it cut. When he gets done with that, we're going to bring this one down. It's wanting to fall back up there towards him. Come on back. Yeah, that's good. We can do it one-handed here. Away he goes. Come on. Put it up there. Alright. Now we'll get this one down. It's going to fall right back towards him. Then I guess we'll go back in this jungle. Got a pretty good one right there in front of us to cut. Then a few here on the outside. Some of these trees, like this guy right here, the lightning's got to him already so bad, which is a shame. Lightning have really worked these trees over on top of this hill, but that's the way it goes. Lightning's nobody's friend, I guess. Mike's coming up with a couple. Up out of that hole, crest of the ridge, all the way down there. I'm gonna holler at him here real quick. Go drop those off and come back right here. Pretty good chunk of wood there. My gosh. Kenny's definitely ahead of me in the footage count this morning. Mike's gonna have to watch it so he didn't hit that deer stand there. Kenny's cutting that one right there. You gotta watch trees like that. It's got dead snag there in the top. Those things can be awful dangerous. I always try to look at my surroundings and look what's in the canopy and the tree before I cut it. Like for me, I don't ever worry about the tree itself getting me. It's usually what's in the top of the tree or what's in the top of other trees that's going to get me. Those are the things I look for. I just, you know, when I was younger, I had a fear, I guess, of trees getting back on me before I ever really started cutting a lot. And you just kind of, after time and experience, you kind of get over that fear. I mean, you still got to be cautious, and it's still good to be fearful of it. It really is, because I think fear is a form of respect in some ways, especially when it comes to cutting timber. You better respect this stuff, because things change real fast. But yeah, whenever I cut a tree, you know, I always look to see what's in the canopy of the tree, what's in the canopy of surrounding trees. Make sure my escape path's in good shape. That way, when the tree starts to fall, I can get out of the way, get to safety, so I can live to cut another one, I guess. Mike got demoted for a bit. Some good quality trees, got some height to them. Well, I don't want to say nothing super big, because we have cut a couple big ones today, but for the most part, it's just a good bunch of shipping logs. Just good, slick, tall, uniform trees, clean. Not a big bunch of what I call high-end veneer, you know, anything 20 inches and bigger. A lot of them are going to run in the 14 to 17 range, which are good logs. Got another one I need to cut right there. That's a good tree. Need to weasel my way down there and cut it. I'll grab this one real quick. I'm getting about too old to be jumping on and off them skidders like that. Of course. Good old Mikey. He still has trouble remembering which cable to hook first. The whole reason I jumped on here is because I was getting frustrated with him. So I'd cut some trees in here and he didn't get them all. Of course, that's one of them right there. He couldn't find this one. So I went over there and found it for him, had him hook the cable up. Of course, it's the wrong one, but that's the way it goes. We'll get this one hooked up and head out to the deck. That's a big one right there. We'll probably cut it when we come back from lunch. No. About to... Mike has just been wearing us out today. Absolutely wearing us out. Coming right through here. Hung up? Alright. We're back from lunch. We actually took kind of a long lunch. We got done eating and we went and looked at a job of timber not too far from where we're at, a little dab of walnut. Which weren't bad trees, weren't too many of them, about 20 of them. Pretty good trees though. And those little deals like that are the ones I like to cut. And actually in the midst of doing that, we got another call about a gentleman that watches our channel over here in the Kansas City area. He's got some timber on like a 2 or 3 acre lot, I believe, and Kenny's actually on his way to go look at those right now. So me and Mike are going to hang back here. There was a couple more trees up here on top of the hill I was going to get cut to kind of finish up everything on this back side. I'm just driving through right now to make sure we haven't missed anything, which I don't think we did. Trees I've got to cut are right down here, but definitely want to double check. It's nice we can, Kenny or I can go look at timber, and the other one can keep cutting trees, kind of make sure the wood's still coming out and moving. I know having the old Polaris Ranger here has really been nice as far as getting around. I've got my saws and gas and oil in the back. I think there was something down here. Nothing there. That old thing there ain't no good. Cruise around this bottom side here. Now I believe they've got what was down here. Pretty sidely. Well, that's as far as she wants to go. We better put it in twin screw. Everything here. Put it in high gear. So we'll go down here and get ready to get these other two cut. Maybe Mike will be up here in a bit and drag them out. He's down there below the hill doing something right now around the skidder. Nice farm here. It's one of the good things about cutting timber. We get to see a lot of beautiful farms. We'll just park right here in the shade, and we'll go down there and cut that one, and then we're going to cut this pear right here. Now, don't kill it, Mike. The top of this fell in that old pond. I want him to winch it out for me before I cut the top off. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's a good place for it anyway. These were good trees in this draw here. Rough cut, and this is like I said, I'm never one to preach to someone about their hard hat or chaps. I'm not. I mean, I think it's your own personal choice. If you want to wear them, wear them. If not, don't. I'll be the last person that ever harps at you, I promise. Myself, I wear my chaps, and I'll let you in on something a lot of you guys probably already know, but like on places like this, it's full of these little rose bushes, because just like around this walnut tree here, it was covered in rose bushes. Briars, berry bushes. It's just, it's hard enough cutting anyway, especially in this summer heat still. It's lingering on, full vegetation. One thing about it with the chaps on, you can wade through this stuff. It's a little easier to wade through it. You're not getting your legs tore up. The hard hat, you know, it's an ongoing argument. I see it all the time, and I try not to get involved in it because, like I said, I think it's personal choice. Kind of like seatbelts. You want to wear your seatbelt, wear your seatbelt. If not, the only person you're hurting is yourself. I'm not a big advocate for seatbelts either. Like right now, we're wading through rose bushes, but let's get this cut off real quick. The great thing about places like this that we get to work, you know, we can talk with our clients and our landowners, kind of get an idea what they're wanting to do, which we do with every tract of timber we cut. But places like this where there's so many good young walnut trees, you know, we were pretty specific about telling our current client that, you know, we were just wanting to come in here and harvest the bigger trees. Of course, they contacted us about the harvest, and you know, the thing about it is 5 to 7 years down the road, they could do another harvest. There are so many young trees growing in here, just like that little draw I was in there. That's all it's growing in. There's walnut. And there is a ton of small little 9 to 11 inch trees, even some 12s in there I left. You know, down the road, as tall as those things are, those are going to be some good trees. It's definitely gives you hope for the future, and seeing stuff like that, you know, talking to clients that definitely want to plan for the future on their harvest. I mean, that means a lot right there. I really enjoy working with people like that who kind of have a plan in mind or want to get a plan going. So it makes the job a lot more interesting. We've had a decent day, and we got walnut piled up everywhere here. Like I said, the deck area is small. We've just about got this side over here pretty much cut off. This back side, we've got some good trees down along through here. Of course, we cut a couple of those better ones today. Then further on over, we got some trees. We're going to cut a few bigger bur oak. Like I said, it'll be a good job of logs. It really will be. You know, working these hills is always tough. Definitely having the Ranger makes it a lot nicer where we don't have to walk up and down them so much. It kind of gives us a little extra energy to push a little longer. But yeah, definitely getting a good bunch of logs out here. Got them stacked in here. Looks like Mike's shutting it down for the day. I'm going to try to cut a few more. Mike, you done for the day?
Yeah, I'm going in.
Figured as much. Well, hop on. We'll go over here and see if we can get a couple more on the ground. See some of these bigger ones down here we cut. We actually cut them right before we took lunch. Pretty good sized trees there. Got a couple more big ones to cut right here. That's a humdinger of a tree.
Humdinger.
Well, that's all for us for today. It's getting about 4 o'clock. Some pretty good logs out. Mike's got them laying every which direction. Yeah, some pretty good stuff, especially those couple there we cut before lunch. Those are some hogs. And I run out of gas. Kenny has the other gallon of gas, which ain't no big deal. I'm as hot as it is. They can wait. But we went ahead and pushed out around a pretty good group on over here, kind of down by the creek. We still got this big boy here to cut. We got to pull him. Got a pretty good group of them there. There should be, I really think we'll get closer to 10,000 feet on these logs. There's going to be a pretty good little bunch of them. Right, Mike? Guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.